The four students I am giving the 2020 Juggernauts MVP award to are four of the most exceptional students I've gotten to know in my 7 years at Colonia High School. Their numerous contributions to this school go beyond just Juggernauts. They've been integral parts of numerous activities throughout Colonia, including my own clubs like the Fandom Club and the Student Led Action Committee. I teach English at Colonia High School, and what I love about teaching that course is that when I find my own words are insufficient, I can rely on the great words of others to speak for me. Which is good because I think my own paltry words couldn't begin to describe the depths of gratitude that I have for these four students. So for each of them, I have a quote that evokes why I have chosen them for this award and summarizes what I learned from them in their 4 years at Colonia High School. Without further ado, the first Juggernaut MVP award goes to Dwarkesh Patel. To Dwarkesh, I give you a quote from a book that I'm not sure if you've read, but if you did, I think you probably hated it because you seem to hate every book that you had to read in your English classes, much to my disappointment. And that book is Catcher in the Rye. And the quote is, "The mark of an immature man is that he wants to die nobly for a cause, while the mark of a mature man is that he wants to live humbly for one." Dwarkesh is one of the most loyal people I have ever known. Without ever asking, he was always ready to volunteer to help with anything. He'd fix our buzzers for the Battle of the Brains. He'd volunteer to carpool people to JFK High School for a competition, even though he wasn't on one of the teams for that competition. Not to mention the fact that he'd just show up to events I was running, and he would simply ask how he could help. Dwarkesh never asked for anything in return. No rewards or recognition. He just wanted to help. No strings attached. Thank you, Dwarkesh, for reminding me the importance of the simple act of helping others. And I ask that you continue to live your life as you do now, with an open hand and a giving heart. The next student who's receiving a Juggernauts MVP award is Sarah Adia. The source of this next quote is going to seem weird, but just stick with me. When I had Sarah in my freshman homeroom, she'd have a different giant novel that she was reading every time I saw her. And one of those novels was Stephen King's It, which contains the following line: "Go toward all the life there is with all the courage you can find and all the belief you can muster. Be true, be brave, stand. All the rest is darkness." Sarah, thank you for reminding me of the importance of conviction. Your passion for education and for justice against injustice has been an inspiration to me and is a light in the darkness of this world. It was that courage that made you such an efficient member of the Juggernauts. So carry it with you as you go out into this world. Stand by what you believe, stay one of the most principled people I know, and do what I know you will always do, what is right for those who cannot fight for themselves. Our third Juggernauts MVP award recipient is Daniel Fleming. Dan, when I came across this quote, I realized I couldn't have chosen anything else for your quote. To quote the Wu-Tang Clan's RZA from the book The Wu-Tang Manual, "When you build positively, you take away from negativity. In a way, that's the whole point of the 36th chamber. That's the chamber in which you share knowledge with the world." As I've watched Dan over the last few years at Colonia High School, I've seen him share his love and passion for comics, movies, and music with anyone who would listen. He'd write recommendation lists for anyone who would have them. Dan, you have the power to make anyone feel welcome into any group. Thank you for reminding me of the value of sharing the things you love with others and building communities around that passion. It was your attitude that made both Fandom Club and Juggernauts into a more welcoming and inclusive place, and I will be trying to recreate that passion that you injected into these groups for years to come. The final Juggernauts MVP award of the night goes to, of course, our senior captain, Kush Shah. To Kush, obviously, I give you a quote from Captain America, the First Avenger. "Promise me that no matter what happens tomorrow, you will stay who you are. Not a perfect soldier, but a good man." I met Kush the first day I became the coach of the Juggernauts. It was in that moment I saw that spark of dedication, sincerity, and heart that made him the obvious choice to be the Juggernauts captain his junior year. But above all else, Kush, you are simply a good person. Trustworthy, honest, and good. In a world filled with ironic detachment and self interest, you reminded me of the importance of simply caring, of digging in and doing your best, even if you stand alone, and above all, and most importantly, even when the odds are stacked against you. Thank you for all the hard work you gave this team over the last 4 years and for helping it to grow into what it is today and what it will become. You helped set the bar high, and we will always be reaching for that greatness. To the four of you, I wish you the best of luck, and remember the motto: nothing can stop the Juggernauts.